Rise with India podcast on ET Now.
Good morning, and thanks so much for listening in. This is the Daily Morning Update from ET Now, and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is Monday, the 6th of September. Fresh COVID-19 cases in India exceeded daily recoveries for the fifth straight day on Sunday. That's as the pace of vaccination has been ramped up amid concerns of an imminent third wave of the pandemic. India added 42,766 new cases in the 24 hours to 8 a.m. yesterday, and most of those cases continue to come from Kerala. In more news, Saudi Arabia cut its oil prices for sales to Asia next month by more than twice what was expected, in a sign that the world's largest crude exporter wants to entice buyers to take more of its barrels. State producer Saudi Aramco is rolling back the prices on all of its grades to its biggest market in Asia. Brent crude, as of this morning, was trading at just under $72 to the barrel. In the automotive sector, Daimler AG's chief executive officer has cautioned that the global semiconductor shortage may not entirely go away next year and could take until 2023 to be resolved. The company recently cut its annual sales forecast for its car division, projecting deliveries will be roughly in line with 2020 rather than up significantly. Let's turn to the equity markets now. There's been no sign of a pause to this record-setting rally. The Nifty had its best week since early Feb last week, gaining 3.5%. All sectors joined the up move. But the best of the lot was the real estate sector, which saw a 10% gain for the week. As a consequence of the rapid up move, the volatility index, the India VIX, has moved higher and currently stands at above 14.5. Now, auto sales were a big factor last week, and they didn't really surprise the market. Quite a few of the auto companies reporting numbers that were in line with expectations, which, as you know, have been tempered by the semiconductor crunch that most automakers are currently facing. Quite a few of them have, in fact, cut production. It isn't really a question of how much demand there is, with quite a few companies already announcing that they've pushed back on deliveries significantly because of the semiconductor crunch. This week, there are no major domestic events to track, so global factors could sway the sentiment. You may want to keep an eye on fund flows into the equity markets, though. Both FIIs and domestic institutions were net buyers of equity on Friday. Foreign institutions bought shares worth 770 crore rupees on a net basis, now marking 3 consecutive days of buying in September. Now let's tell you about the stocks that you will likely need to focus on this morning. Watch out for a continued sell-off in HDFC Life. It was under pressure on Friday after the announcement that it would be buying out Exide Life in a deal worth over 6,600 crore rupees. This is simply a case of buying the rumor and selling the news. Reliance Industries has invested in Stride Life Sciences for almost 400 crore rupees. Maruti will be recalling nearly 2 lakh cars on account of a potential electrical defect. Mahindra & Mahindra Finance saw strong disbursement on the back of a low base. The company has clocked a collection efficiency of 97% in August. Besides that, the textiles counters will be in focus. The cabinet is likely to approve a PLI scheme for the sector. India's top gas importer, Petronet LNG, has decided to foray into petrochemicals as it plans to set up a petchem complex in the Dahej. ICICI Lombard has gotten IRDA approval for its 2,500 crore rupee acquisition of Bharti AXA General Insurance. And that's a wrap on this edition of the ET Now Daily Morning Podcast. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Hope you have a great start to the day and week.